There's something totally crazy about the Eucharist. Pastor Marc here. That tradition of Holy Communion. With the wine and the bread, do this in remembrance of me. We all know it. It's an idea the church drills into people when they first show up. You can't really belong until you do it. But where did it come from? 1 Corinthians 11:23-24, Paul writes, "For I received from the Lord what I also passed on to you. The Lord Jesus, on the night he was betrayed, took bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and said, 'This is my body, which is for you. Do this in remembrance of me.'" Did you notice what he says? I received from the Lord. Paul never met Jesus. So what is going on here? And then in Galatians 1:11-12, we get our answer. Paul confesses, "The gospel I preached is not of human origin. I did not receive it from any man, nor was I taught it. Rather, I received it by revelation from Jesus Christ." He's claiming that a dead man gave him instructions. What does that sound like? A hallucination, right? Ironically, Catholics and Protestants strictly forbid consulting spirit mediums. It's mind-boggling to realize Paul's entire claim to fame rests on hallucinations. So when Paul says, "I received from the Lord," bring to mind Haley Joel Osment in The Sixth Sense saying, "I see dead people." We're not dealing with a man remembering something he personally heard someone say. We're dealing with a man who created a whole religion based on hallucinations. And here's where this gets really interesting. Paul's letters were written before the Gospels. 1 Corinthians was written roughly 20 years after Jesus died. The Gospels came another 30 years later, meaning none of the Gospel writers could have witnessed the breaking of the bread. Yet the story appears in 3 out of 4 Gospels after Paul's hallucination had been circulating among early communities. So think about what we actually have. Our earliest surviving written account of the Eucharist doesn't come from an eyewitness saying, "I was there. I heard Jesus say it." It comes from Paul saying, "I received this from a dead guy." And it raises an uncomfortable question. Why is the whole Christian faith built around a guy who sees dead people? Imagine sitting on a bus next to a guy who says, "I saw Elvis last night, and he wants you to eat a weekly bologna sandwich to remember him." But there is a way of thinking that doesn't require magically eating the body and drinking the blood of a dead man. Try humanism, based in reason and reality. Love humanly, give humanly, and experience the human life, because we're human. See you next time.